Tropics are becoming hotter due to a combination of warming associated with deforestation and climate change, and that can reduce the ability of outdoor workers to perform their jobs safely. What researchers are estimating how many safe working hours people living in the tropics have lost due to local temperature changes associated with the loss of trees. Categorization is the brain's tool to organize nearly everything we encounter in our daily lives. Grouping information into categories simplifies our complex world and helps us to react quickly and effectively to new experiences. Researchers identified neurons encoding learned categories and thereby demonstrated how abstract information is represented at the neuronal level. The world is aging and becoming increasingly urban. For the first time, there are more older persons than children under 5, and more people are driven to cities for livelihoods, to have access to essential services, and simply to enjoy their golden years. How can we ensure cities welcome and nurture a diverse population in ways that are equitable for all? Globally, about one-third of a city's land area is covered by public spaces. Despite this significance, the potential of public spaces assets to transform cities and improve urban life is often overlooked. The resulting degradation of public spaces into congested, vehicle-dominated, and polluted places often becomes a liability, exacerbating various city problems. Our genes serve as an operating manual for cells of the body. Genes tell cells what to do and when, but copying errors in those operating manuals, known as mutations, can lead to misspelled instructions that can change how cells operate. Scientists now know that some of those mutations can lead to disease. Individuals who suffer from concussions often experience moderate to severe headaches in the weeks following the injury. However, a recent study has discovered that a combination of two commonly used anti-nausea medications administered intravenously in the emergency room may provide more effective relief for these headaches compared to a placebo. The key findings seem to contradict our initial hypothesis. All laboratory equipment will be provided in class. A moderate earthquake struck in the United States early in the Saturday. The patients were observed over a period of several months. We know that dolphins do sound to communicate with each other. They are collecting information and preparation for future talks. The company plans to sponsor the television program as part of their marketing strategy. Scientists promote the scientific method against the promo to preach the scientific equipment. They were very curious about the people who lived upstairs. An engine has many parts, each performing a different function. This picture shows the agriculture futures. There are different kinds of wheats such as wheat, soybean, corn, sugar, coffee, cotton, etc. And we can see the price changes, percentage changes, and volume. For the wheat, we can see that 753.5 price was changed, whereas the ounce was negative, like minus 15.75 for the soybean, and the ounce is 1.1% changes. And also for corn, there is 648. For sugar, it is 20.09, and also there is a cotton for 82.35. In conclusion, this is an informative table showing agricultural futures. This distribution map shows the US migration from the year of 2010 to 2020. There is hot spot and cold spot, and from the picture you can see that the most of the hot spot is found in the west region. There is like the Portland and also the Seattle, and there is San Francisco and Las Vegas. And during the middle portion we can see the cold spot, that is the Denver, and also the Dallas and Austin has hot spot. And in the east region there are Boston, New York, and Washington, and also there is Atlanta. They are also in the hot spot. And also for Austin, this is hot spot. In conclusion, this is an informative distribution map showing hot spot and cold spot. This picture shows the picture of a street. There is a person who is riding a cycle, and also you can see there is a car parking, and there is a sign showing the Red Oak Realty, and it's open in Saturday on Sunday. So this is kind of shop. There is a shop here, and also there in the background of the picture we can see there are some trees and the sky, and the road is very clean, and one person is riding the cycle wearing a pink shirt, and also he's riding the cycle, and there is a car in the parking section. There are some green grasses also, and there is a Red Oak Realty. This picture shows the life cycle of different forests, and there are some intact forests, and from the picture you can see there are different kinds of things like wind, drought, fire, light, and nitrogen. And from the picture you can see there are the growth or biomass response, and from wind, drought, or fire there is the negative growth response, and for light and nitrogen there is positive growth response. And in this case there is a forest age and forest interior are growing very sharply. So from the intact forest these five things go to this section, and then they have growth or biomass response. There is positive and negative response. For there is nitrogen and light there is a positive response. About the Latin language, and the lecturer said that the building a strong fundamental understanding for the students, both logically, effectively, and comprehensive understand. In the 21st century, most people think that the Latin language is actually dead and there is no relevance for this, but which is, however, not true, because the lecturer said that the language never died, rather it developed into other languages, and also the new language is called the classical Latin language. In conclusion, the lecturer said that the Latin language is not dead, or it is like kind of eternal language. The audio was mainly about the suicide, and it was mentioned that the suicide was the leading cause for death in the world and in many countries. It is trending upward during the last decades or so. So people have some kind of differences. They want to lower the suicide rates, and they also want to help the people that need the help. So the main cause for suicide is a mental health problem, but it is not sufficient, because almost more than 90% of people, they are not diagnosed regarding their mental health, and they feel some kind of helplessness, and there are some suicidal impulses. Ambulance. Ambulance. Knee. Estates, estate, estates. Rainforests, tropical forest, rainforest,